Hello, good afternoon. You're on to Mambo with Jarvis, and we continue with our WAEC revision series. We're looking at WAEC 2019 today, and with a little twist, we will be looking at uh, different years of WAEC questions with the specific objective of trying to look at certain areas of mathematics. Today we'll focus more on AP, GP, and then if there are questions that come as a result of that number, we'll handle them. So if you look at your June 2019 question 11, there's a question there testing our knowledge of GP, and I'm going to read it. I want to start by saying that when you're giving questions in an examination setup, okay, so when we're handling something concerning GP, the understanding of our concept of geometric progression is that the nth term of a GP is giving us AR raised to the power of n minus 1, where n is the number of terms, R is the common ratio, and A is regarded as the first term, and UN the description of the nth term. So UN is equal to AR raised to the power of n minus 1. Now the question says that the third term is that will be AR2, or what we may say U3 rather. AR raised to the power of 2, because we said what? 3 minus 1 will be equal to, is giving us 1 over 4, and just put a comma there, the sixth term, which we'll call AR raised to the power of 5, will be what? Will be 1 over 32. So what we simply need to do is to say that AR raised to the power of 2 is equal to 1 over 4, and AR raised to the power of 5 is equal to 1 over 32. Now, to eliminate A, we would have to treat them as though they were fractions or ratios. Hence the concept of geometric progression. So I'm going to write this AR raised to the power of 2 divided by AR raised to the power of 5 for the left hand side, being equal to 1 over 4 divided by 1 over 32 for the right hand side. You discover that this easily cancels out, and if you apply your knowledge of indices, you discover that 2 minus 5 will give me negative 3. The negative 3 will suggest that this value should be on the denominator, conversion of negative index to positive index. So that will be 1 over R raised to the power of what? 3. Now, 1 over 4 divided by 1 over 32 would imply 32 over 4. So what is asking me? How is that possible? I'll give you what modern maths talks about, and then we'll go back to look at what you already know. This is numerator, this is denominator. The concept of a mirror is that I see what is closest to the mirror first. So this is your denominator. This becomes your true denominator, and this becomes your what? Your numerator. So if you work with this becomes 1 over 4 times 32 over 1. If that still would confuse you, I would take this 1 over 4 divided by 1 over 32, and that will be 1 over 4 times 32 over 1. So you see that a smart chap who understands this concept of modern maths will just move from here straight to here, and it saves him time. And this will give me 1 over R raised to the power of 3 equal to what? 8. Now, what does this mean? It will mean that RO cube will be equal to 1 over 8. Somebody will be like, what's happening here? In modern maths, if I flip, balancing is not only about cancelling. Balancing is about flipping. What you do to left hand side, you must do to right hand side. So if I toggle left, I must toggle right. Remember that 8 is 8 over 1. So that will give you R equal to the cube roots of 1 over 8. And if you do that right, that will be what? 1 over 2. So the common ratio for this arrangement becomes 1/2. We're going to use this now to get what the first term will be, and we'll proceed. So with that said, we recall that AR is to the power of 2 is equal to 1/4, and AR to the power of 5 is equal to 1/32. So remember that we have that R is equal to 1/2. So we can put, wherever we see R, we put 1/2. So I will use put R equal to 1/2 in AR raised to the power of 2 equal to 1/4. So what that means is that I'm going to have A into 1/2 all squared equal to 1/4. This will mean that A into 1/4 will be equal to 1/4, and invariably these two will cancel out, and A will simply be what? 1. So A will be equal to 1. Now, they said with that knowledge, find, I've gotten the first term, I've gotten the common ratio. They say find the seventh term. So the seventh term, use 7, will be what? AR raised to the power of what? 6. And that will be 1 times 1/2 all raised to the power of what? 6. And from there you discover this will be 1/what? 8 times 8, which will be what? 64. And that clears that question for question 11A. So this is question 11A, and then we'll proceed to handle question 11B. In question 11B, it says, given that 2 and -3 are roots. So the roots, it means that x is equal to 2 and x is equal to what? -3. Are roots of the equation ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. Find the values of a, b, and c. This is a very simple question. What they want you to do is to move from roots to equations. Now, if x is equal to 2 and x is equal to -3, these are roots. So let's be, what will the factors be? X minus 2 equal to 0 and x plus 3 equal to 0. These are factors. So from this, if this is equal to 0, this is equal to 0, it means that x minus 2 will multiply x plus 3 will be equal to what? 0. So I can expand this. I can use my no-show method. You can see that a lot in my grade 9 videos, grade 10. By no-show method, out to out, that's first to first, x squared, last to last, minus 6 equal to 0. Cross, this will cross this, first to last, 3x, first, second, last year to first year, minus 2x. So 3x minus 2x will give you what? X. So that will be plus x. So this is the equation we are looking for. So by comparison, we will discover that A will be what? 1, B will be 1, and C will be what? -6. That clears out that question for question 11B.